well as submit. Trader
What's the
phone
next
or
stop?
battle station. Yeah, go ahead, Dakota. Plug and stuff
What's the
here when
next
we
stop?
trade.
Are we going to 300,000 subscribers?
Damn right we are.
Well, a million.
They I heard on like the YouTube or something or any social media, it kind of has like a snowball effect. The hardest, like the first X amount is the hardest, and then the rest it's like should snowball a lot quicker.
It's like the first million's your hardest to make, and then after that it's make a million more.
Or
I
it's
can
like
100% say that is true.
Yeah. Like your first $100 that you lose is the easiest, and then the rest, it's like the daily loss limit's like not too far away.
Dakota.
I mean, I'm not joking. The first
trader.
$100 is always the hardest and the worst, and then what's another 2,900 after that?
That's a dangerous. I've been there. What's another $1,000 at this point? I've uttered one of those words to myself before. It's a dark place to be. It's a dark, scary place to be. That's what trading buddies are for. It's exactly what trading buddies are for. I would say they're around MP when trading. What's another $1,000 at this point? MP would smack me upside the head and say, "Hey, it's another $1,000 you got to try to get back tomorrow." So
think where that money would take you at Tau, Dre. That's how you have to frame it.
Man, oh man, oh man. Maybe
translate that money.
I'm not hip enough to know. I'm not hip enough to know what that comment meant.
You down with bottle service, Anne Marie?
I don't know what he's talking about, Anne Marie.
Yes, you do, Andre.
I don't know.
I know. Of course he knows. I like how he goes, hi. What are you talking about?
800 lots to the upside in the NASDAQ. Goes at 510s. Yep, 19,510. Shout out to the chat. Who we got there? Coach J. Of course it is. 800 offered.
Ooh.
At 19,005.
Coach Jay's got that eagle eye pretty good, man.
Sure does, man.
Yeah.
He's on it.
Yeah, see a $5 sell off.
The ladder is really thin.
It is really
it is thin. And when I see it's getting thin, I'm asking myself, do we have anything on the calendar? But I know who knows better than I do. Eddie, what do we have on the calendar for the day? No, we got PPI out of the way, initial jobless out of the way. What else we got coming up for today?
Yes, you know what? We had a nice big breakfast this morning, and I'm still waiting for Gabe's pot roast to finish. We're going to go over there for lunch. Anyway, we got
I want to know
guests.
what veggies are in there.
I don't know. He
Sorry,
mentioned
go
it.
ahead.
We'll tip on it now. Coming up at 9:30, natural gas storage. We got that. 10:30, we got a 4-week bill auction. I want to just point out, too, that 11:20 today, Trump's going to be meeting with NATO Secretary General. So we might see some important lines coming out here, hitting the wire. 12 o'clock, we got a 30-year bond auction. Once again, let's pay attention to that. Yesterday, we had the 10-year. And also, I think we've got a little later on here, we do have a... what do we got here a little later on? But I think that's all we've got here right now. Eyes on the prize. Back to you guys and Anne-Marie.
Thank you, Eddie. Yep, that's what I'm seeing. All right, more selling coming in here in the S&Ps. More selling in the Dow. We saw this yesterday. Dow was very, very heavy throughout the day yesterday. Even after that V-shaped pop to the upside. Starting to see some more selling coming in here. Not hammering it, so to speak. They're trying to tiptoe this thing
did you say
lower.
Tau?
Yeah, do you know Tau? Yes. I didn't say it. No, Dolby said it.
I said it.
I know.
Wait,
I said
are
Dow.
these
I was
local?
making it.
Tau.
I was saying it.
I said the Dow. Get out of here.
Oh,
said
wait.
Dow,
I
right.
know where that is. That's,
Excalibur.
that's-
Where Excalibur used to be. Downtown.
yes.
That's what
Limelight
Yes.
for that.
Yes. It's that building.
Now we're going way
They're
back
gonna
home.
run my stock
Yeah.
and turn right around. I know they are.
Everybody
Is
remembers
it
it
still around?
as the Limelight.
Exit.
You're old.
Remember the exit? That's still
Oh
around?
yeah, actually, it is still
Is
around.
it really?
Mhm.
Wow.
The
On North
Dow.
Avenue?
Exit when it was on Wells.
The
It's
most
still there.
expensive
Oh,
Modelo
where's-
you'll ever
where's
buy
all
in
that
Chicago.
place?
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's annoying.
Yeah, this market's it's not fair. Like this isn't like panic selling, Andre. This is just uniform technicals. It's like a consolidation, but very high volume.
Yo le puse, se la comió. Yo te hice desayuno a ti, te lo comiste. Como ya te lo comiste, ¿te doy más? ¿Sí? ¿Quiere más? ¿Usted? ¿Usted quiere? ¿Ah? ¿Ah? ¿Ya? ¿Ya mismo? No, tía, ya le di. Igual que aquí, a ti te di café, a ti te di arepa, te la comiste. Entonces yo salgo aquí, ya se tiró eso, entonces entiende lo que le digo. Él se lo comió, ya terminó el desayuno ella igual que usted. No. Someone's listening. Someone's listening. 55.72 last trade. Short though? A little below that trend line. No, so short. I don't think right now. Let's stop. Let's run the stops from the overnight long. You're gonna come here. Market structure to get long. That's what I'm waiting for.
Same story as yesterday. They used bounces as long and now, got inventory correction, and so that bottoming formation down there. Normally, when I'm trading by myself, if I see something break a support that I think it should, and it comes back to break, like or something, I don't close the trade. And this morning didn't. And I guess it's because I didn't want to look like if it turned around. But I did notice that my decisioning really shifted based on, being on screen. And so I'm going to work on changing that.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm going to give you time to get in. I have to bounce. Fast.
Oh, yeah. Sabotaging also. It's on the TV. Did you see it, John?
Missed that. What did you say, Emery?
Excess on the TPO.
NASDAQ. Downside.
For the quick reflexive bounce, you could just thin. One, all the way down.
Roll 5. Yeah, we're coming right back. It's just right back there.
Yeah, it won't look like you're low volume up here above like 12, up to like 23. But there was some pretty decent volume on that low.
Sounds like it was more tariff lock.
I'm still waiting, being patient. I want to see more pain before I jump in long. As in, there's more stops to the downside for the long.
Wait for it to low. How low are you looking for this to go for a stop run?
The 350s. There's a lot of support in this area, right where we're at. And so if I was long, there's very easy to see retail have their stops at like 360s, 350s.
That's where you want to go. The stops there.
Right. Correct. Oh, correct. Yeah, and I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be getting in as we go down. Like I think
You're taking
that
each photo.
I'm going to be scaling in. Like get in one micro again too as we go there, and then if we start selling confirmation, I'll head to that position, scaling into a position around a key level where people are putting their stops.
Order filled.
60.
Order filled.
57s.
We're going here, man. We're going here. I'm just gonna wait for a pullback here.
Right now, what micro?
Three.
White stock
We got 3 and we got 3. This is from last night. Check it out. Red. What the Gemini, man? What's wrong with you? This guy is in for a good awakening. This is not talking. This is not talking. Oh, don't tell me that you broke. What's wrong with this? Come on. Do I even have TopStepX? Oh, you're not talking. That's why. You're not talking.
Right. Take profit, probably going to be 390s, maybe 400. And then maybe catch a runner to
Well, that
rotate
was a
right back into those
good one. I did
mid
a good.
400s.
So far, so
So
good.
100 points is very reasonable on this trade, and looking for an to tighten up the stop loss.
I mean, these micros really add up, Dakota. I mean, I got
They definitely
profit
do.
at 425, and that's $400 on 3 micros. Plus, you get the ability to, heal and manage risk a little bit better. I made a tweet last night, or a zeet, whatever you want to call it, just kind of commenting on how much less stressful it is to trade micros versus e-minis, and how much better it is for the mental capital. And I quipped that it's cost 1/10 the mental capital to trade a micro that it does an e-mini, and over 100 likes. I think a lot of traders are feeling the pressure of the volatility in these markets right now. A lot of them.
We're selling.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
They're gonna hammer this thing.
That
Why are they so angry?
19,355, or I'm sorry, 333 is now 330s trade. Now 20, we're in the 20 handle. S&P's 55.58. So see if we go test the 55.50s.
Toby, they're not angry. They're just selling.
Sellers are
Order
angry.
filled.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are they so angry about?
Aggressive. That's for sure.
Remember
that
when
was
they-
50
Takes
points.
less
That was
with the
50
low
points.
liquidity.
Yeah.
The low
Give us a
liquidity,
day.
it's just going to go
Fine.
further. Everything is overstretched when there's low liquidity.
50s. Take a look at the
Okay.
the
That changed.
60s.
Buyers bought that right back up. That was 50
Oh.
points down,
Yep.
50 points up. So
Micros.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Micros.
add another one, Dobie, right here in these 60s.
Everybody get out and push.
Holy moly. We're still in, Dolby, or we get stopped?
No, we're still in.
Okay, cool.
We're rolling with Dakota.
I like that.
You know, yesterday we had a poll, who trades the minis, who trades the micros, and it came in that you can trade both. Market situations, something that you've got to sort of gear, and gear up when we see the volume. It depends on the trader here, but yes, trade both. You can.
I'm
Yep,
gonna
trade
add
both.
to another one if we could break above 72. If we could break above 72, 71, I'm gonna add one more. I'm using a buy stop.
All right.
Oh, we can do that too.
Stop. 19,360. 360 last trade. Saw flush down into what, the 30s or so, 24s, I should say. Just to pop
Yeah.
right back up.
Just a
that tape bomb yesterday. I mean,
Oh yeah.
6,000 lot. Hey,
casual.
John Jones in the chat.
Low
I
and
haven't been
crude,
trading
we're
well
still
lately
short.
and switched to micros today. Have been successful.
Oh.
There you go. Great to see John Jones. Keep it up.
We're getting out.
More selling in crude, new lows in crude.
getting out.
$66.86 just put in. How's it
This
going?
thing
Short
is
one
at the-
from
at the-
67.29.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So
really pretty.
we're gonna get out as soon as we can.
I wish I
Come
could
on,
speak
come
to
on.
Low and crude.
Come on over here. I don't like what I see. I don't like what
We
I
got a
see.
little
I
bit of
don't like what I
congestion
see.
there in crude at about
Come on down.
66,
Come on down.
70.
Oh, crap. Oh,
67,
I
all
don't
right.
like what I
About
see.
20 cents from
Okay,
there.
Okay, I just added Dobie.
I
I'm
don't
in
like what I
Yep, we're
see.
getting
I
there.
don't
5
like what I
micros, and I think that's
see.
good for this
Oh,
position.
shit.
5 micros.
Sounds great.
Risk
Come on
1,000,
down.
make
Stop.
1,000.
Oh,
Basically.
crap.
What's that?
Stop.
Still the same.
Let me see
258. 258.
258.
Like
Take
that.
me
Widen
out
the
5
at
stops.
micros.
300. Take me out at
Micros.
Yep, I
300.
think we ran the stops.
Take me
pissed
out.
off all
Take
the
me
bears,
out.
and
Take me
now
out.
we
Take
can
me out.
find
Come
some
on down.
buyers.
Oh,
Let's see if we
man.
rotate back up. Get some
Oh.
type of a pullback.
You
I
get a
don't like
stop
what I
on-
see. I
you
just
get a
saw it.
stop
I
on.
just saw it. Oh, man. I just saw
All right,
it.
where
This
that
is
stops at?
terrible. I have to
Order
get
filled.
out.
And this liquidity though
Most
is
I have to
traders-
get
Here's
out. It's not
400s.
going to go
Holy
down.
cow.
Most traders
Beautiful.
talking air horn for
Mhm.
gold. Do we hit a new all-time high here? Or?
No, 74s are all time high.
All right.
Getting
These are ready
close.
for you, Les.
Chris.
12 bucks.
$400
Dust it off,
bucks.
recharge it, put some gas in that sucker. Look at this pop. Look at this pop.
Yeah,
My goodness.
Micros were the play. That's why you
Nice.
trade micros.
Very pretty.
It's so much less stress. Holy cow.
Order
So
filled.
precise with the price entry
You
either.
don't.
To me, it's more about that process right there. You just see what happened. You see that
Yeah.
we put our entry where our stops were, and we scaled into a position where everyone was getting blown out.
Yep. I mean, even look at this 5-minute range. This candlestick is 421 to 326. That's almost 100 points. An E-mini with a 25-point stop is $500. That's almost 4x what a stop loss would be. You have to be just incredibly precise with an E-mini right now.
Yeah. Yes, you do, Dolby. So that's why you saw the advantage of trading micros there. A
Oh,
little bit more heat. You can manage your risk a little better. You can still take advantage of these price moves
mhm.
and the action. The volatilities help us capture opportunity. The volatility. What we're seeing them size down a little bit. Being patient, being disciplined. It's harder than FOMO is a real thing, especially you see these big 100-point candles. You're like, oh, if I was on the right side of that.
It
patient,
just
be
opens up
disciplined.
some strategy
Yep.
for you as a
Definitely.
trader when you switch from E-minis to micros. Just there's more on the table for you to manage risk.
Order
That's why we
filled.
want to put the odds in our favor whenever we can.
Absolutely. Discipline and patience. I
that'd be
think that coincides with the tip of the week here. Top Step TV. We've been saying it all week. Eddie, for those that are saying, what's the Top Step TV tip of the week? Eddie,
Nice.
what is it?
Tip. Go to week. Practice patience and discipline. Wait for the high probability setups. Avoid over trading. Follow your rules. And you know what? There is times that you have to sit on your hands. Now remember, patience and discipline are the backbone of successful trading. And one of the things here I want to share is avoid over trading. Markets are full of noise. We see this each and every day. Patience keeps traders from jumping into unnecessary trades just to feel the trade. You hear us trading saying, I got to get into a trade. You don't have to. All right. Also, I want to talk about the risk management. Discipline ensures that. Learning from losses. Every trader takes losses. We have to understand that. Discipline helps view them as lessons rather than failure. And remember, fostering long-term growth does help. So together, patience and discipline, creating that mental edge we need to make ourselves successful in the markets. That's what I got. Back to you, Andre.
Thank you.
All right, Adobe. Let's move the CYA to 318. Let's work on scaling out of this position now, and then we can leave a runner on. So,
Well done.
I mean,
I got some orders in
bounced up to
for
those
pulling off
440s.
57, 75s, 08s, 37s. You can leave a runner. I mean, we got 5 contracts. There's so many things we could do.
You got it, man.
Just
You got
fantastic.
it. Yep, I like that.
Managing risk really well. But Dakota, I think we cut our risk about in half, right? We're just saying that we don't want to see NQ make new lows. This is kind of the thesis,
Correct.
right?
318s, 317, wherever, like that little zone right there.
Yeah, I got you.
We don't want to see.
How did you? I know you were accumulating in a range. Was there a level that gave you confidence that you saw below 400s? Where you're like, I'm okay buying this because I don't have any ranges down here. Like, what were you seeing that you liked?
That's where I'd have my stop loss if I was long.
Ah, okay.
That's where there's some support, right? Looking at the support and saying, if I was long, if I got long this morning, if I was long on the way down, if I bought the low, like everyone else, and I seen some traders calling out the 420 level and that, that's this is about where I'd have my stop loss below this support. And guess how many times have I said this? Stop loss is a better entry. I say it. It's been hard to practice sometimes, and so now's an opportunity.
It requires a lot of patience, doesn't it, Dakota?
Adjusting my strategy. Here we
got?
are.
They say
Hey, we got some comments. U.S. Treasury Secretary Bissett has been speaking here. This one coming in as a hot biscuit. Aside from the metals and likely autos, everything else is up for grabs as far as tariff negotiations. Trading partners want to ratchet things up. Surplus countries will take the biggest hit, and companies are generally supportive of the transition away from government spending. This all coming from our U.S. Treasury Secretary. Eyes on the prize. Back to you guys.
Thank you.
I closed out a 1. Dobie.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, it's at 57, right, for you?
57 1/4, 75 3/4, 08 1/2, 37 3/4, and then a wisher at 59 1. That's not a number. 591 1/4. But yeah, great trade.
Did get stopped out on that crude trade. I believe it was a scratch that trade.
Really?
That
Ooh,
popped.
where did
Oh
it,
yeah,
that must have been.
yeah,
How was
that's 75-ish area. Yeah.
40-cent
Put in
pop.
a new low and then just ripped right back through
Yeah.
the range and get our stop. Shit happens.
Scratch that trade. 29.64. Yeah, keep an eye on that gold. Again, $10 from all-time highs in gold. Gold is getting worked. Gold's $10.
Oh,
away from
wow.
all-time highs.
Okay.
How resilient.
It's been a while since
Talking
we had
about it all
air
morning.
horns.
It has been a while, Dakota. It's a good point.
I mean, there's always a bull market somewhere.
Well, end of February, we're cruising towards 3,000. And early March, they kind of put the brakes on that, dipping to
We were doing
2,900.
NASDAQ highs. That was fun. I mean, what
a while ago.
We wish we could
It
go back
feels
to
like
that market
like a
where it's just
lifetime ago.
Nvidia new highs every day.
Air horn.
Wake up, buy NASDAQ and make a bunch of money
Daily.
Yep.
Euphoria. Here we go.
You guys-
Here we go, Dobie. Let's see if
guys
NASDAQ can
hear
break
me?
through into those 50s towards the take profits.
Come on down.
If we
was
do,
that,
I
John?
muted? You guys hear me?
Yeah,
I hear
mean,
you now.
When your mouth is pointed towards the microphone, yes. Otherwise, it's very hard. A very sensitive microphone.
Just checking.
19,429.
Oh man, looking at this 450s.
There's an order in here somewhere.
I don't want to see us make lower highs off of 450. That would not be ideal.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I
a
like
little
the
1 minute
450s,
range
Dobie.
too.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
1
we could
minute
break
range
higher.
starting to
This is,
tighten up. Yep.
this is looking on a 100-tick chart like a possible bullish flag right here in these 30s or 40s. If we do break up through 50, I think a good CYA could be in the 70s.
That'd be great. Get close to break even. I like how much patience you have with your stops. You really give them a lot of time to breathe.
Mhm.
I did close out of 1 though. I did
Order filled. Rejected. Order filled.
40s.
Yeah, we did not get that one. We're still holding out for maybe a bigger
We've got
move.
some congestion.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some congestion here that's likely to bring sellers in for a bit. See if we can come back into 385, maybe.
It's kind of back at the break.
Order filled.
Trend line also.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to see some sellers there.
Dial right back to overnight VWAP. Very, very just whippy. Spreads are wide. Liquidity is low on the ladder in the NASDAQ. As we're starting to trade the micros, a little bit more success, get a little more heat, not as much strain on the mental. Think, you can analyze. Most importantly, protect your downside.
ought to be the test.
Easier
Protect
on the
the
heart
downside.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to be trading a market we don't have confidence trading. So if we're trading E-minis in the NASDAQ and we're getting salad hands on entries, then just go trade micros until a point that you start feel comfortable executing your setup and your trades. But
yeah,
the volatility is inducing fear.
Order filled.
Not making good trades because of it. Then just size down until you're comfortable.
Yeah, or maybe we get some more clarity on clarity in the economy, clarity from the Fed, clarity from the White House.
Yeah.
I think there's so much to shake out because so many
Exactly.
new things are coming down. I
Mhm.
think that's why we really are seeing these. First of all, we're seeing a volume just sort of whisk appear, and then we
188
are
at
watching.
430. Jeez.
Ooh, there. Ooh,
I just
ooh,
saw
ooh.
188
Now we're gonna
immediately
hit.
filled at 436.
You're gonna hit all the stops on the upside now.
All right,
Yep.
we're out one.
Exactly, Ho. Let's move the CYA to the 70s. These three
Order
70s.
filled.
So
Yeah,
we're basically
that
break
number
even
two.
plus a couple. Yep. And that one micro has already gotten our P&L back up to plus 14. So we were down 180 and one micro got us almost 200 bucks. So now we're green no matter what.
Nice. Very well done. Bottomed out in the NASDAQ, 19,324. We are about 130 points higher off of that low. 55.56 low put in the S&Ps. We're about 30 points higher off of that 15 minutes later. Seeing the Dow really taking the bull by the horns. Bottomed out 41,150. We're now about 200 points higher now and above overnight VWAP in the Dow. $10,448. What prices are we working to the upside?
75 3/4, 0850s, 37 3/4, and then 591s and a quarter. So basically just trying to take profit up into the range. So there's a pretty massive 1 hour, 4 hour range. We've already tested the lows. And if range rules work, then we should at least get to the midpoint, which was, well, actually we were just there.
Order filled.
Is the midpoint of the
I like
entire
490s.
4 hour.
Yeah, I like the 490 zone.
Let's just see if we go range to range. You just got to sit on your hands and wait for it to happen.
Quick comment about gold. I don't think it's done. We have delta divergence again. Negative delta.
Out another one.
Here we go. Look at this.
Plus
Look at
249.
this. Look at this. Beautiful.
Look at Spoos. Spoos just cooking on the upside.
There goes
now
the
above
stops.
55.86 last trade in the S&Ps. NASDAQ trying to close in on all roads lead to overnight VWAP, George. NASDAQ's got about 30 points to go. Last trade in NASDAQ, 19,470. 500s is overnight VWAP. Buyers are trying to take the ball and run.
Go. Yep.
You get a stop run. You get a stop run.
Yep.
350s. Yep. 50 on the tilt. I should say 66% long NASDAQ.
Trading's really this easy sometimes, huh? It's
Trading is very easy when you have the overall direction of the market correct.
Order
Otherwise,
filled.
It's a total pain in the ass. But if you're swimming upstream, it's not a fun feeling.
Order filled.
Trading's really easy when you got a
Order filled.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Order filled.
Insight Capital has no problems trading.
Yeah, hold a runner too, Dobie. Hold a runner.
You're holding a runner.
Yeah. With a no take profit. We're up 130 points on this.
It's nice. You see the bull behind Dakota? Dakota is long. How about that? We got coming bottom of the hour. We do have nat gas.
Question now. Coach Robert puts in the chat. Was that catching a falling knife, everyone? What's your take on that?
Now, Dakota,
sounds like some
you were
capital
patient.
to me.
Yeah.
You didn't run into the markets right away.
We were looking.
It was a half an hour before you even started looking at that trade.
And
Correct.
it was a bottoming formation, looking at his 100-tick charts. I mean, there was nothing about catching a falling knife there on the tight time frames.
No.
Not
It doesn't work as catching a fall. If it doesn't work as catching a falling knife, if it works.
Yeah, you caught the knife by the
Let's come on, it's trading.
That time.
All the cliches after the fact. That's what's
as long as you can manage your risks, you can do whatever you want.
There's an argument to say that I think the first entry can be classified as a falling knife, but then scaling in as we started to see the market show support would be a different story. So I could say, you know what, you can make an argument. Yeah, first entry was catching a falling knife where everyone put their stops and trying to run their liquidity like what happens to us all the time. And then having a decent stop loss and then scaling into a position as the market showed its structure. And Kim Price, you guys are just justifying catching a knife. No, you can't justify 135 points right now and scaling into a correct position.
Hey, I think we should. I don't think we need to worry about the cliches. I think you guys saw Price manage the risk to the downside, and you like Dolby said, you had the defined risk, manage the risk. Now the reward's paying off.
Yeah, it's all risk reward. That's all it ever is. We're out
for sure.
Out 1-2 all day plus 525 realized.
Micro
realized. All in micros.
Like that theme of the day, micro for now. Let's get some clarity out of the White House from the Fed. And we have FOMC next week. I believe it's the 19th. Take a look at the Fed Watch tool. It's a 98% probability of a no change. That's to be understood, but what they say in the language. And I know they've been hinting at what they're looking from guidance from the White House, from their policies. So the press conference and the statement will be the key to FOMC next week. So make sure you tune in here. Top Step TV. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage of the rate decision, as well as Jerome Powell's press conference with the Q&A session to follow. 71%, 70% long in the ES.
Order filled.
55.91. House count flat. Dakota, you still have a trade on, or are you flat?
Well,
we
we're
both
running,
still
man.
have a trade on, right?
Oh, we're running.
Yeah.
We're running. Okay, cool.
We're chilling.
We're running, man. We're running.
We pulled one off. Here, I'll update real quick. We're long 19,370. We just pulled one off around 500s, 499s. We have 525 realized, 570 unrealized. We have another take
up
profit
150
at
points, Dobie.
599s. And then we have our wishing order at 762s. So 762s would be range to range.
You're gonna
let the market do the hard work.
Sell
the market. Oop, out another one. No,
we're holding one. We're holding one for new session highs. We could just trail it.
56.90 way up there. Oh yeah, wishing order up way up there. 56.90,000 offered. 100 points higher, 60 points higher. ES. Keep an eye on that. Wishing order indeed. Look at that. 19,522. 524 is now NASDAQ. Upper end of this range, Dolby. What price you got for upper end this
750s, 800s.
Order filled.
I remember those from yesterday. 788 high day yesterday.
How many do you have left, Dakota?
One micro.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Literally, it looks like a bunch of PM.
If we can, when we get to this top of this range, like Hogue just said, we put in new highs. Well, New York session highs 5,600, 5,604. Yeah, look, Dobie, if you okay, here, I'll ask you this question, Dobie. If you were flat right now, what would your trade be? If you came in this market, you saw this right here, and you were flat.
Like right here, right now?
Yes.
Probably look for shorts around like 600s just to see if we're going to maintain the range. That'd probably be it.
Yesterday's high is still up in towards 700. And
788? Why 788 come to mind? NASDAQ.
Maybe 688?
Well, we got a number around 775 for sure.
That's
So
788 is
yeah.
yesterday's high. Yeah, 788 is yesterday's highs, right? So that CPI candle.
So the only thing that makes me think that having a runner to the upside might not quite be the play is that advancers to decliners are about flat. So buyers really, I mean, they came off of the floor for sure. But there's really not a there's really not a lean in any direction right now. And so if I take a look at that, it's a place where, you know, I'm not disinclined to take profit or consider a quick snap reversal trade.
Not disinclined. A double negative. Is that a double negative, Emery?
Yeah.
What is that?
I know what you're saying. I like.
What we could do.
It's been setting for the series 3 with the double negatives.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like you guys are getting dollar signs in your eyes. That's usually a sign to get out.
So what we could do is
Upper in the
my
range.
CYA is now at 465, 100 points. We could pretend we just took 100 points with a profit, forget about it, and let it just run. Because we've locked in 100 points. That's
fair.
I mean,
that's where our take
fair.
profit typically was.
Be very
So
good
just
either way.
be happy with it and just let the market do its thing right now.
Something I noticed, Anne-Marie, you're talking about it being kind of flat. On the 1 hour chart, NASDAQ has had a series of lower highs pretty consistently for the last 4 or 5 hours. We kind of got up to those 590s and just couldn't even do it. 20 points short and just sold off. But it's pretty clean lower highs all the way from 7 o'clock yesterday on the 1 hour. Just all those candlesticks, just a little bit shorter by 15, 20 points every time.
Yeah. However, if you widen the frame of reference, what you're going to see is that it's still in a wide area of balance, right? This balance area is it's very important not to ignore. Thinking that you've got yourself, hey, I got some kind of trending upside action. We got flat VWAPs, flat moving averages. We've got no lean in advancers to decliners. There's nothing really telling us that there is continuation of trend. And so, I'm going to look for the cheap trade, which I'm totally disgusted with myself that I didn't just wait for the bottom of the balance area, because that's exactly where the buy was, right, John? And so I'm just looking at that going, hey, wash, rinse, repeat. We've got Powell next week. We've got yields on the rise. Everybody wondering what's going on. And, this is not, we've got our super thin dome. Everything tells us we are in a slush bucket. Kind of like a
really
chum
nice bounce
bucket.
up to 50%.
Yeah, the
Really
CYA is at 465, and it came within 5 points and bounced.
I thought we were
60
toast.
points again.
Look at this bounce though, Dakota. I mean, 50% level of the 4 hour range, 464s, come within a couple points and then rally 50 points in 1 minute.
Yeah. So that being said,
much fun.
Anne-Marie, the NASDAQ is still down 0.5% on the day. Break even on the NASDAQ just by itself, back up to settlement. We still have up to those 600s. And then even the overnight high is 700 as well. So even in a neutral environment.
I totally agree.
Yeah, we could see 760. Now going from the the trend range higher, assuming like maybe we could get to 800 or 900, that's grasping for straws. But as of this week, I think this type of someone you call this a bearish flag pattern, you could call it consolidation, but it's fairly reasonable to stay within this range. Maybe we do get a nice move higher up into these 700s.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised. That's kind of
Here's the
my
thing.
idea, is a run up into that level.
Yeah. And here's the thing. That's very probable based on all we've seen.
The question is, how is
Mhm.
it going to get there?
What's that
And
ADP look
that
like?
That's a whole new story.
becomes the execution event, right? And if
Mhm.
we're fortunate, like you, and we said yes, not don't follow the trades, but if
And going to this question on someone in the chat was asking, why doing TA on the 5 minutes? 1 hour chart is bearish. I don't get what you're doing or why. Can you explain? So I did this a little bit. I do this every night in slow markets, and I do this quite often. But the 1 hour chart, it's super bearish, right? Well, it depends on your time frame. If you
Mhm.
take into this huge sell-off and you're trading based off of this sell-off, and it depends on what your what your aspect is. What are you looking at? Are you looking at this as a bearish flag and you're looking for continuation down and lower? Sure, that's reasonable, right? Because the trend is down. It's very down. However, the last 2 days, the last 2 to 3 days, we have been consolidating. This is a consolidation. And we just ran the low of this
100%.
consolidation, got into a trade, got into a really good position. And so it's a fair assumption to say that there's a possibility that we could go to the upper end of this consolidation. That's what consolidation is. You know that more than most, Toby, is
Mhm.
a range-bound market. Now, a range-bound market, depending on what time frame, this is looking at this current past 3 days, is, we just ran to the lows. Okay, we got in a good position. Now, sure, this might stop me out. And during power hour, if we're up here into these 600s, maybe tomorrow we get up here to these 700s, you don't know what this market's going to do. But there's a decent probability that if we do go back up to that area, we were just there yesterday, I'm not going to be surprised. I would actually, to be honest, I would be more surprised if we break the week's low and we sell off down here towards these 200s and lower. I'd be more surprised if that happens today if we don't get any news than I would be if this market goes higher up into the upper end of this consolidation. Now, Anne-Marie hit it the nail on the head. How is it going to happen? Are we going to go back down and then consolidate for some more? And then tomorrow we make a run, or maybe we don't even get up there.
No, I love Anne Marie's comment of how's it going to happen, because the fact of the matter is that we just do not know. And I've been guilty of it. Traders, we try to make assumptions of how the market is going to do things, and the fact of the matter is that we just don't know. So just don't stress about how it's getting from point A to point B. Just hold the trade, manage your risk, move your stops according to your trading strategy. But to get obsessed of momentum or volatility when you're in a trade, it's just like you have no idea, absolutely none.
Nope.
Selling back off.
Everybody's flatting on it.
Yes,
Yeah, we're
how's
flat,
flat? Plus 890. So that trade is
Straight.
worth about $1,000. That was great.
Nice.
Great call,
Like
by
gross.
Dakota. Micros are
$1,000
huge.
is the take profit too. So we
Yep.
technically gave up $10 looking for a runner.
Well, I like that exercise everyone did. Emery was saying that we might be losing a little bit gas to the upside. Dobby asked you if you're flat right now, what trade would you take? You said probably get short.
Short.
You got out of
So
that
1 hour
trade.
candles cannot make higher highs. Sellers
Gold
can
still
consolidate
moves.
pretty consistently.
here's something else too. Dakota, if we could go back to your chart and we could open up the 1 hour formations that you were just showing everybody, right? You were looking at the 1 hour charts. Literally, it looks like a bunch of piano keys, right? If piano keys were red and green, right? It is a complete retracement of price action. And if it doesn't do it in the first couple hours, it does it in the forward couple of hours. So because I'm in the same camp as you, thinking that the lows are potentially going to hold, I am sitting waiting in the last areas that you went long the last time for another shot at that upside pressure event, because I'm sitting in the same camp of saying, hey, listen, I think we have a higher chance of moving up versus moving down. And these 1 hour candlesticks are clearly telling us, listen, we're ranging, we're moving up and down, sideways all around. But when we hit the floor, we got those wicks and then we're off to the races. And so I'm looking for another entry at the last entry you had.
For longs
Going
again?
back to the basics, Anne-Marie, there's expansion and consolidation, and it's the same thing over and over again. You expand. It's what a trending market is. You sell off, you consolidate, sell off, consolidate. Right? There's a consolidation. When you consolidate in a range, typically it's buy low, sell high. And it's the same thing on every one of these. Now the bias is correct. It's to the downside because we're in a bearish market. We're selling off, and every time we get consolidation, that's been the play. The past couple of days, we're getting more consolidation than we've seen in the past couple of weeks. You can see how we were up here, we consolidated, we had 3 days worth of dojis on the daily, and then we just started to sell off, and now we are seeing same consolidation again.
Order
when
filled.
Consolidate in a range bound market, because that's exactly what we're in. It's crazy. It's a very big range bound market, plus or minus 2% almost. Then that's what it is. It's buy lows, sell highs. Preferably selling the highs is more profitable because you're going with the trend. Yeah, I like I said, I'm going to be more surprised if we do break down and expand than I would be if we just continue to consolidate and go back up. So we could
just a heads up.
in the next
Gold's
second,
about $6 away from Airhorn. 29
What's the price?
That
last
move
shot
is
29.74 all time high.
Wow, that's a short squeeze.
20. I think Hogue would agree. It is a short squeeze. Delta divergence, I do
$25
believe.
away, huh? From the big 3K.
$6. Yeah.
Wow.
$6 away from all time highs. Less than $6 away
Leadership,
from
you're
all time.
finally right. It only took 20 years.
Get your
Finally
Airhorn
called it local. Finally called it,
30,000
man.
or 3,000?
He's
I got
good.
$32.
Perennial
$32 to
local.
go. High day, 29.68.90. All time highs, 29.74. Let's see if we can get some Airhorn in the gold today. With that being said, everyone's flat right now. I do see everyone's flat.
Yeah, flat.
All right, cool. Let's bring in JD. JD, you got some P&Ls and some payouts. I think we're ready. Happy Thursday, JD. You got bowling tonight or what?
Happy Thursday to you. Yes, of course. Every Thursday bowling. I will be out on the lanes at about 7 o'clock, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Come and get me. All right, here are your
live funded P&Ls from yesterday. We got some impressive ones. We got Manpreet, $20,174 in total P&L yesterday. Mixed it up a little. Lost about 1,100 in ES, lost about 2,200 in gold, and made up the rest in the NASDAQ. Just over $23,000 in profits in the NASDAQ. So big shout out to Manpreet. Cameron also mixing it up yesterday, trading silver, the Russell, gold, NASDAQ, ES. Took the bulk of those wins out of the NQ yesterday, 12,895 total in the NQ. Took a hit in silver and gold, but ended the day with $13,922 in profits. Kang trading the ES and the NQ, 1332 out of the ES, 11,272 out of the NQ. Total profit of 12,605 for Kang. Edberto, another live funded trader, famous.
Looking to
maybe.
get into a trade.
That makes sense.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
buying this right now. I do like buying
Yep.
the NASDAQ. It's actually not a bad trade, to be honest.
Should we nibble on some, Dakota? Maybe put in some nibblers like below 400s. It'd be nice if we get our
Yeah.
stop outside of 3.
Yeah, I concur on that one, Dobie.
Time to nibble.
All right, keep us updated on that trade. Is the Dixie getting hammered? What is going on with that gold? What is pushing golds? Rates are going.
I'm gonna nibble with you.
We're not in yet.
Murray's right.
Right.
Short squeeze.
We ain't done
on gold.
This is a short squeeze. I'm
Also,
looking
like
for
we've
anything
seen for the
fundamental
past
behind
3
it.
days. Short time traders are short, longer time frame.
Yeah,
buyers.
exactly.
We ain't
They were
done.
looking for a rotation and they just didn't get it. And we've got all this news coming out about repatriation of gold. I mean, literally every single, get this, almost every single commercial airliner is carrying bars of gold on it into the United States.
March Madness, Ranella.
How do you know that?
KU1, Ranella.
There's there. I actually, you know, I sent you a
Is there a
link.
secret
The
website?
No, I sent you a link to the
Okay.
Sprott guy because they're the guys that back all their ETFs with physical
Air horn.
instruments.
Ah,
And
okay.
they just
Huh?
did something that said, hey, if you've been
Order
on a
filled.
commercial flight in the last
Hey, look at
month,
this thing. What a gold.
chances are, if it's been an
Order
American
filled.
airliner, not
Order
American
filled.
company, but a
Mhm.
U.S.
Order
airliner,
filled.
U.S.
it's been
airliner.
carrying bars of gold.
Okay,
in-
where are they putting it, and how do I get to it?
Order filled.
Well, there you go. Air
Gotta
Marshal's
restock Fort Knox.
probably on the plane.
Order
Yeah,
filled.
Marshall's
Order
Hey, gold ain't
rejected.
done. Hey, guys, gold's not done. Gold's still cooking here.
No, it's not.
49.82. Gold is not done. All time. We're eight. We
Yeah.
just blew through those all time highs. 29.74 all time highs. We just cooked right through it. We're $8 higher.
Called 3,000 in March. So you did?
Look at this chart.
Oh,
Look at that.
Order filled.
Yes, we did.
Holy
A little
moly.
early, but gonna happen.
We did not
for
get
April, maybe.
filled on these NQ longs. Almost did.
So
though.
here's the thing. I think that it could come back for you in that NQ long because advancers to decliners are still really fading. So any kind of bounce right now looks like it'll come back and sort of try and stabilize there. So don't chase it. Just
Yep.
give
I
it a
did get
minute.
in at 417.
417.
Yeah, I'm in at 420. Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll go to you
Welcome
guys'
to
charts.
the-
I'll keep an eye on this gold.
Order filled.
Hogue, keep us up. We're still cooking. Are they still getting squeezed there,
know.
Hogue? Is this still negative delta up here in the gold? Last trade
It's
29.
still slightly negative.
Bananas.
Slightly negative.
Order filled.
323, negative 323, but still negative.
Order filled.
Holy
Nazzy,
moly.
you
Idiots
dog,
are still
you.
trying to sell it.
That's all right. It's coming. Don't chase it, Toby.
Order
It's coming.
No, I'm
filled.
not. It's just my, low level FOMO. Anne Marie just exists
Chase it,
perpetually.
Dobie.
The leprechauns.
Chase
Real. It's not done.
Oh, golf.
Just mark it up.
Dakota and
Only
I are
one
the
thing to
rocket
focus
socket
on.
robots.
Going to 3,000.
I'm gonna go
I'm
for
in
Hogue.
long
You guys
already,
do it.
Anne Marie. He can chase it all he wants.
That's right.
What a move today. What an absolute beast of a market.
I mean, 60 points off of 400 in less than a minute? 2 minutes? 3 minutes. 3 minutes from 400s to 475s. I got it.
Yeah, and we see that in bearish markets all the time. The reflexive short covering is a sight to behold.
Mm-hmm.
Truly a sight to behold.
Man,
Back within the range.
Incredible movement over there. What a short squeeze indeed. Absolute beast of a market.
I actually kind of want to ask
Good.
JD. JD had brought on those live funded P&Ls, and he was starting to mention that a lot of those traders are trading multiple markets. I wonder if live traders are starting to incorporate maybe other markets outside of NQ. Because for a long time, it was NQ party all the time. Maybe we have some unofficial statistics on that. I'd be curious to see.
I think
We're starting to see a flight from NQ.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a flight or change. I think
Order
it's more of
filled.
more and more live traders
Yeah,
and like an
agreed.
expansion of diversity, right? Like instead of just all NASDAQ traders just shooting for the moon, going for this
Mhm.
crazy volatility. I think what TopStep's seeing, and this is just purely from the outside looking in because I have no idea. I don't see anything internals. I think TopStep's moving traders live every single day, right? Like
Mhm.
not just one or two, like a decent amount.
Yeah.
And with that, you're going to see diversity
Order
in
filled.
the different types of traders that we're starting to see. And I think that's so healthy. I mean,
Yep.
traders are from everywhere around the world, different markets, and it's not just average traders. Like some of these traders are absolutely amazing. And
Mhm.
I mean, I love seeing it. I love learning from it too.
This is the first 3-minute succession of candlesticks looking at the 1-minute chart in gold where it's had
Mhm.
downward flow.
Order filled.
It's
Yes,
had
it had.
upward flow for, holy cow, since maybe
Delta go flat.
9:30 Central.
Yeah. Yes, it has. Delta go
We're
flat and
starting
gold,
to-
Hogue. Yeah, I've probably seen.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Squeeze.
When you start to see dollar signs, like, oh my God, this is the trade from
Yeah.
heaven. You're
Mhm.
already up big.
It's
in
time
it,
to go.
and
Yeah.
you're starting to look at huge profit targets. It's usually a sign, at least for me, to at least lighten up, if not just get the hell out. It's a great trade.
Mhm.
We
What a
we
move.
talked about that
Same.
earlier with the longs and the Nasdaq. You guys were talking about some pretty big profit targets, and they said, you guys are getting dollar signs in your eyes. Careful. So if I'm long gold, I'm starting to get dollar signs in my eyes. I'm out.
Mhm.
Especially when Delta, that squeeze, I think we'll see. With the squeeze, we were heavy negative, like a couple thousand as we continued to rally, and they had to
Well,
capitulate.
yeah, it started
just
on Tuesday. The rally came yesterday. The continuation came today.
and then they
But
just
we're
stuck
still
it
looking
to
at negative delta, negative 522 now. So they're still
Freaking
selling
listen.
into that.
Ooh.
Keep us posted on that, Hogue. We'll keep one eye again. Gold making
course.
new all-time highs. Coming into the day, 29.74. We blew through that. We put $10 higher in the last 5 minutes through those all-time highs. New all-time high, 29.84. $10.
I think it needs a pullback before it can go ahead and stretch out to 3,000.
Agree, Hogue. Remember we saw gold making new all-time highs end of February or so? We'd make new all-time highs. We see the pullback, new all-time highs, pullback. We got
Mhm.
200, 300 lot
Hasn't you
here,
pulled
29.78 half. Well, we'll get back to the NASDAQ, but 300 on the bid in gold, 29.78 half. All right, let's get back over to ES and NASDAQ. See what's cooking with Dakota, Dolby, and Anne Marie. Looks like we're in the middle of the
I think-
range.
Yep.
Maybe it wants a pullback. Pullback would be healthy in gold, where like it's like a trampoline,
100%.
right? Where it
Oh yeah, we need
goes
it.
down and then
Yeah.
goes through. But I
More
wouldn't
people load up.
trade it playing for a pullback. That's where it's like, yeah, it's like okay, it's gonna pull back, so you
Let's go to
sell
the
it
gold.
as it's breaking
thing.
all-time highs, and then it just keeps going and going.
I know.
I know. They
That
just
is the most
cooked right through it.
painful trade on earth.
Absolutely cooked through it.
I've been there. Oh no, it'll stop here. I'll short it here. No, I'll just stop here. A little bit higher.
Yeah.
Right?
This
looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been caught in that
Order
so
filled.
many times doing things like that.
Same,
Usually it's
same.
buying sell-offs.
I
to
short
your point on
everything.
what you
I do. Go ahead. Go ahead,
um,
Dakota. I'm sorry.
to Hoag's point, 100%
was
right.
looking
As soon
for
as you
you.
start thinking about the dollars is when you're like,
Mhm.
okay, we need to, either close your position or do something else, which is 1000% correct. I think it's
Order
the
filled.
position that Dobie and I was in, where we got into 5 micros. We already closed out 4 micros, moved the stop loss into plus 100
Yep.
points worth of profit, and then trailing it. Yeah, that's interesting though, because when you started saying that, Hoag, that's when the market sold off 150
Mhm.
points, right? So just thinking through that trade was like, is there anything we could do differently? Like, should we just have taken profit when we started looking at like that? And to me, it's like, no, because there was still a really decent opportunity, and there still is, that if this market does find buyers and looking for 700 680s, it's not unreasonable to go test yesterday's highs. And if we do go out and break, knowing that we had a runner and we decided not to close it, and that's maybe where the importance of a process comes into place, where if you have a
Right.
process to manage a runner, then you don't have to go through that emotional thing. Um,
Well, it's to
but
me,
if
it's
that's just
self
one
knowledge.
contract,
To me,
Mhm.
it's self knowledge. I know from experience that when I start seeing dollar signs and I start looking at huge profit targets, and you guys, you did it right. I mean, you took off, profits along the way up. It was a great trade. There's nothing wrong with holding on to that last one lot to see if you can actually get there. My dad used to do it all the time, but I've always recognized in myself that when I start seeing dollar signs, it's time to either lighten up or just get out. And
Yeah.
it may get
Order
there.
filled.
It may get to your levels by the end of the day. But like Anne Marie said, how? Right?
correct?
Yep.
How if that was just one contract and we didn't close any profits,
That would hurt.
oh yeah.
That would hurt.
Yeah, if you're
That
looking and
that
talking to me
hurts.
like that, and you were just all in, all out, that's scary. Because then if it does turn around, how horrible are you gonna feel? That's probably worse for
FOMO
you
City.
I
mentally.
know. Oh my gosh.
That's damaging. That's
Yeah.
definitely damaging
That's exactly
mentally.
what I was going to say. Emotionally damaging. Very much
Yeah,
so.
we had a poll
Mental
about that.
capital to zero.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I like
vaporized.
what you said though, Dakota, about the process, right? Like, did you follow the process of managing multiple contracts, right? Because I think ultimately that's all we can really judge our trading on is, did we follow our process? Because we'll make our life a living hell if we're going to judge ourselves on not having perfect exits on every single contract.
Correct.
And so just
Yeah.
follow the
I mean,
process, and that's it. And if
that's
it works, it works.
reality. You're never gonna
Mhm.
have a strategy that's always gonna be catching the exact top and the exact bottom. That's very unrealistic.
Mhm.
You want to catch a piece of the trend, as Mick always loves to say. Whenever I say that, it's I just think of Mick catching a piece of the trend. But that's all we could do. We just want to catch a piece of the move, and how we catch it. There's so many different ways to do it. You could take profit on the way up if you're in a long, or you can trail it with a process, knowing that you're not going to get out the top. The market's going to take you out by pulling back.
Man, oh man.
Holy
Something just happened.
smokes.
Something
Look
just
at that
happened.
Why
bounce.
can't you go to
Golly.
400? Just go to 400.
Golly.
Holy cow.
Just do it.
Man, oh man. Just like that.
News.
As I
There's
That's
no
like a
agreement yet. on
15
putting
second
Trump on.
move.
you see that, Anne Marie? Are you
Well, we
kidding?
got this.
So fast.
Oh my
NASDAQ
goodness
is
That was 2
sakes.
minutes ago.
No. Well,
410s
Yeah, I don't
to
know.
460, 50 points in seconds.
Holy
Let me
cow.
get Jack's 1
Seconds.
second chart up here. There was a 1
Yeah, I'm
second
still long from
move.
417 still. So
Good on you.
40. He ain't done. 40 points in.
minutes.
26 to
Treasury
53.
announcement. Treasury announcement. Dan says top of the hour. Treasury announcement.
Ooh, I can move things.
Yeah.
We got a red
Source?
stick. Did we read this? Did we read this one about?
no, there's just no agreement here yet with the talks. They're in
That's about it.
talks right now.
You mean
That's the
Canada?
Kremlin. No,
Ukraine.
Kremlin.
Putin and
Okay.
Trump.
That could
Okay.
be what the gold might be. Probably gold. Gold ain't done. Sheesh.
Hmm.
Gold's making another run here.
Yeah,
Gold's
look
making
at
another run
that.
for.
Oh my
Gold's making another
gosh.
run.
Look at that.
Thought the pullback would have been deeper.
That's insane.
Thought the pullback would have been deeper. Holy moly.
Yep.
Here we go. We're
Tries
cooking.
to keep you
$1.30.
out.
$1.30 till new all-time highs. 29.83. 0.5, 0.6 all-time highs. We are just put them in 29.84, and we are 90 cents away from new all-time highs in the gold.
Usually we see this, it's geopolitical.
Yeah.
Recession or
This
something
is
like that,
definitely
or
a technical squeeze.
lower interest rates.
I think.
Here we go. Incoming.
Interesting.
Oh,
what's the dollar looking like? That usually pushes gold up.
Dixie's down a little.
Well-
Dollar index DXY down a little bit. Here we go.
Yeah, it's really well off the lows of the last couple of days. So, and it
Air horn,
really
Eddie.
is
Here we
trying
go.
to bounce, but
Another one, huh?
40 cents. 40 cents. 40 cents.
look at that. Oh my gosh, they just said,
Go to my
"Don't
chart.
buy that."
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. We're getting there. Not yet.
Wow.
Getting there.
I love that little
Right.
side whisper that Andre
Take
does.
that back.
What did I say?
No, it's the little voice you get when it's sort of like a pretend whisper, but it's
It's
Yeah.
like,
Try to-
don't be talking about
You're on to
the-
me.
not yet.
it's your down
Yeah, I mean-
low.
You're on to me,
Goldman's
Andrew.
listening.
That one.
Don't listen to
You're
this,
on to me.
Goldman.
Oh,
20.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he knows LeBron's better than Jordan. He just
Where did that come from? It has nothing to do with anything, Dakota.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
How does Dakota get from point A to point B?
That was
that's
wild.
how
That
I'm
was a-
coping. Okay,
Not fair. I'm just messing with you. 100%. That was fantastic. All right. We'll keep an eye on this goal. I thought we were going to do it. We got, 30 cents away? 30 cents away from all time. I'll keep an eye on that. Let's get back to the equities, the indices. Dakota. Got to get that LeBron thing in there.
Oh.
Every day.
Can we pan to my screen? I need to do this for all the traders. I am in a sim account practicing. See this, everybody? I don't know why traders have been questioning me so much. I've seen like 10 questions, like 50 questions this morning about that. I've kept it like this so I could just see the charts and purely focus on the process. I don't want to look at the PNL. I don't want to think about the PNL. I don't want to think about the DOM. I don't want to look at the ladder. I'm focusing purely on my process, and which is technicals, and it's managing a trade, and it's points. You can see the P&L right now. It's not dollar amounts. It's points. I'm focusing purely on the process, eliminating all the distractions, paying less attention to the chat, and focusing on this process. And I want to get this right. I'm sick of struggling and these markets ripping me to pieces during this New York session. So that's why.
Yeah. What kind of reminds me of, Dakota? Remember when like Poker Stars was a really big deal, like 20 years ago?
Yes.
And like they were
Moneymaker.
showing all the footage on like ESPN of these big poker tournaments. And they'd always show these like super hot hands of like all the action and stuff. But then if you go and play an actual poker game, you're like, whoa, I'm not getting great hands all the time. I'm getting dealt kind of crappy hands, and you end up folding a bunch. That's kind of what
Yeah.
it feels like here, where like traders are used to watching maybe other streamers or simfluencers, and they're always putting up these big green P&Ls, 20 accounts, yada, yada, yada. This is a real trading stream. He's really managing real risk. We're sizing down because volatility is insane. We're not trying to take screenshots of P&Ls. So this is what real trading looks like.
It's like
painful.
watching basketball highlights thinking that, basketball
All
players
dunks.
never miss. They just they just make everything. And just realize, that's only 5 minutes worth of highlights. The game's actually an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
And then they condensed it down to 6 minutes of everyone just making the baskets and highlight.
Exactly.
100% like your reference.
Hey, we got something over the wire here. Kremlin, from the Kremlin, a Kremlin rep rejects ceasefire deal as U.S. officials arrive here in Moscow. I'm going to see if I can get some more information. This is coming from our friends at Oil Price. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Let's look at oil. $67.03. Low day, 66.83. Look like on the 5 minute here in the NASDAQ and ES, we have found a bit of a range. Granted, the range is quite wide. We're going from what?
Mhm.
Dolby, take a look at the Nasdaq upper end of that range. If you look at the 5 minute, what do you got? What do you see over there? Last 1, 2, 3, 4 bars on the
Yeah,
5
it
minute upper end. What do you
looks
what do you
like
got?
480s are kind of acting as a ceiling right
Mhm.
now on this 5 minute. But the Nasdaq is really tightened up, so it's a very clean 5 minute range, right between about
Yeah, for
400s
sure.
and 480s, which is still an 80-point range on a 5 minute. This is why we're trading micros.
80-point range. Yeah, it's
80-point range on a 5 minute range. That is wild.
yeah. What do you do? Just micros, trade,
Micros.
patience. I mean,
Patience.
I could even make an argument. That one trade this morning, be done, lock it up.
One and done.
If
Totally agree.
if you're a trader that you're by yourself and you're doing that, that's probably all you need. Just one trade, one and done. Call it good.
Because you know what happens,
Move on.
Dakota? If the next trade you make, you end up losing half your P&L. You got to keep on going back to the well, and you're going back to the well in a market that kind of sucks. So if you can get a really good trade off the rip and lock it out, just take the money and just go to the next day. It is not worth getting into the chop shop or the quagmire that is trying to recapture a P&L you once had. That's how you lose an account.
400s.
Giggity.
Oil selling off here, coming into these 400s. Last trade 19,411. I don't know if this is kind of driven a little bit from the Russia news from the Kremlin. No deal yet. 19,408.
Mohammed in the chat says long 393, CYA 370, target 19,500. I'm okay with that. I mean, traders who are buying this pullback. Yeah, traders who bought this pullback, their stops are going to be, I think,
I like that
in these
Dolby.
390s, 380s. I would say stops would be 390s,
price.
380s if we're looking for a stop run.
Better price.
We got four. We got
Yeah, I
right,
totally
we're long
agree.
one.
Shit. What's coming out? This is this more Kremlin stuff?
Not seeing it.
No deal. No deal. Okay.
We're long
19,406.
Yeah, still.
I like a little
We're
bit
bidding
lower
down
than this.
to 69s. We're bidding basically 10 points.
Boom. I like
all the way down to 70s. So taking advantage of micros, we get to use wider stops. You know, we get to buy a range. Long 2.
What price?
The average now is 395.
Thank you.
We still have bids in.
We can still push down a little bit more.
Oh yes.
More selling coming in here.
We want to try to have our stop.
385. Day lows in the Nasdaq. 324. 60
3.
points to go. Long 3. Oil selling off. 390s. Long 3 from 390. Thank you.
This is a fundamental sell-off. We're probably going to get stopped out, but we'll see.
Where's the CYA, Dobie?
Right now, 320s, so just a couple ticks below that previous low on the 4-hour or 1 hour or 30-minute, whatever it was.
Okay, fair play. I like that. This is valid. That's valid. Cool. You get a nice 1-to-1
order filled
reward on this trade. It's
yep. Yeah, this would be a great trade to pull off a couple $100. You know, see money, take money. Markets are moving. It's very choppy. Still bidding one more.
Get back into the range. No, I like it, Dolby. Let's get back into this range. I like that you
wedgie.
Yeah, we waited for a better price in those 400s.
Decliners, yeah. Advances to the decliners still fading, so there's room to get something lower potentially.
Stop is a better entry. People who were long on that range just got their stops ran. Chat's not liking it. That's a good sign.
It's not like I don't know why. That was funny. That was great. That's not a funny line.
And it's not a joke. I'm being serious.
On 3 micro, 390. Anyone else have a position? Anne Marie, Dakota, does anyone else have a position on just so we can update the board?
Nope, I'm flat. I'm flat.
I'm long at the 408s.
408. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, I expected it to do a little bit of a sharper bounce, but
it's not really enthusiastic.
On me a little.
Is it, Anne Marie? It's not a very enthusiastic sort of.
No, I want to see advancers to decliners change direction, and right now they are still forcing us down. We could get to the base of the 1 hour candlestick
please don't.
region right around, it could come really right back to those 328s, but I sure hope not.
It's slowed down. At least the
Sure.
velocity
Hold it.
has slowed down, which is
Definitely.
nice. So buyers are
Definitely
putting
slowed
up
down.
some sort of a fight. We're getting a little bit of
Yeah.
a 1-minute consolidation. I said I was never going back to the 30-second chart, so I'm not going to click it. Probably a consolidation down there too.
Mm-hmm.
19,390. This all was on the headline. Let's let the headline run through the market.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Down,
typically we'll
new
see what
low.
these headlines are. Yeah. Well, yeah, Dow is nickel. Typically we'll see these headlines, Russia-Ukraine talks. So let that headline cycle through the market and then perhaps get a bit of a reversion. Dow is still selling off your new lows. Is Dow going to drag the US
we're
and
still
NASDAQ
bidding
with
one
it?
more. Still bidding one more.
Damn it, Dow's getting more.
Yeah, but Dow always
Dow
gets
new lows.
worked. Dow is not an indicator of whatever's going to happen in the NASDAQ.
Well,
DYA is
world.
at what, 320s?
Yeah,
Why do you say
about.
that?
Okay.
Long one
Dow's
more.
making new lows.
385s. Velocity has picked up a little bit.
Yeah.
What's the risk?
Just flush
Dollar amount?
dots.
521. So about a little more than half of our current P&L.
It
We can
seems
get
so
back
big
up
when we
to like
talk about the points, but it's
I know, right?
micros.
If we can get back up to maybe like 408s or 410s, there could be a case to walking the stop up, maybe like to 360s.
Hold it, Anne-Marie. 19,377 last trade. 380s. Getting wiki. Oil seeing a bit of a
That would be
short covering. 50-50 on the tilt. I did see something. Yeah, 66% short in the NASDAQ.
We're in full position in the micros, correct?
yeah, 4. I don't have a fifth bid. If we were going to bid a fifth, I'd probably want to get it close to like 330s and just have that one risk like a couple points on it, because maybe there's a world in which we run that 30-minute candlestick low at 338s.
Okay.
But I'm
I
comfortable with
like
4
this.
here. Yeah, this is good. I mean, we're just making a bet that the wedge is going to continue. The Dorito pattern is going to continue. I mean, buyers have come in more aggressively over time.
Hold it.
Maybe this news breaks the whole thing, but that's the risk you take.
Yep.
Dust off that
Yeah,
These are the
airport
trades
and
I'm
gold.
liking.
Still heading lower.
All right, are we? I got gold up. I'm looking at gold right now. About to put in some new all-time highs. They're starting to sell off. Hold this.
Plenty of time. Plenty of-
I was trading the gold. I know we got them. They're in the NASDAQ right now, but I got my eye on this gold. 50 cents off all-time highs. 50 cents off all-time highs again.
Holy smokes. There it goes again. Yeah. They're definitely building a really tight balance range there, so it could really end up popping right out at the top.
Mm-hmm.
We see 3,000 today.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly has momentum to pull it off today. There's no day better than today for it to try to do this. Getting a little bit of a wedgie here on the 1 minute. This feels
like
heavy.
that.
Order
I don't
filled.
like that long there. It does
Air
not
horn.
feel good.
On gold?
We're not done. Yeah.
No, not gold. I'm
No
talking
gold.
about
No,
longs in
NASDAQ?
the NAS. Oh my gosh, there it
Air
goes.
horns, air horns, gold.
3,000 today.
Let's
get 3,000. 29.85 and 50 cents. New all-time highs in the gold. Dakota House long in the NASDAQ. Are we still in that?
We are.
Yeah, I'm not
Feels icky.
long. The house is.
Right.
Feels kind of icky.
But
this new stuff is weird.
I will be joining. I will be joining long in the NASDAQ here soon.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Now I'm long.
Now you're long. Okay. What did you see?
Another flush down to those 60s.
Got it.
long at 69.
Was that just intuition there, Dakota? Just something you've seen a couple times, and so like your
Yeah,
repetition
this is a
of
stop
execution?
run, right?
Got it.
That's the stop run.
Well, yeah, and
Um,
if you look at the hourly charts, that's where all the baseline support is.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there on the edge there of those bodies.
These are like
bodies.
correct. Yep. This is stop run. This is stop run. We sell off and then we reject, right? No continuation. And I'd rather play on this one than, you know, trying to buy it on the way down. Just rejection.
Nice. Just one though? Just one.
Just
But you're
one.
probably gonna,
yeah.
You're probably
yeah.
gonna add more if you get momentum, right?
Correct. Yeah, I'll add more if we hold this, consolidate a little bit.
Andre, you still watching gold? It's still Delta.
I got it on full
negative,
screen right here.
-5,650.
And those shorts are going to keep.
Yeah. It's breaking out
I
of
feel
that
it.
range right there.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Let's get to 3,000. That'd be cool.
I know.
That would be really cool.
Super cool to do that.
All those
on
gold
air.
bars you got in that vault, Anne Marie. You're sitting on those.
On those airplanes.
Yeah.
They're heavy.
Here we go. Yes, they are.
Might have to sell my wife's anniversary present.
You just gave it to her. I mean, yeah.
Oh, that was Christmas.
Give and take relationship.
There was a moment in time. Gold was $3,000 an ounce before Valentine's Day.
You spoil your wife, Hogue, if you're buying her gold for Christmas, anniversary. That he's probably has a nice little gold stash.
He's just a smart investor.
Yeah.
She still loves me. Gotta be
He gets
nice.
the double dip with the gold. He invests in the gold, invests in the wife.
Yeah.
She calls him Midas.
The double dip.
Anne Marie, does your hair naturally just blow in a room, or do you have a desk fan or something? You're looking majestic. I keep on seeing your hair move. I'm like, are you outside or something? Like, what is going on?
She brings it with her wherever she goes.
Wherever she goes, her hair just blows in the wind.
I got a fan I carry on my neck.
Okay.
So, I am incredibly hot natured. So I have one of the tall, skinny fans that actually sits in the corner of my room. So yeah.
Nice.
When my hair is tied up, it doesn't fly around, but
we just got to get like a little sparkle filter around the outside of your frame. You can just shake your hair in the wind.
Glamour shots.
Yeah,
like that Fabio, those old Fabio commercials about
100%.
100%. The butter.
Where's Carl Hungus at?
Yeah,
long 5
micros. Long 5. What price, Dakota?
82. 382.
Nice.
82.
And we do have right now Putin and Lukashenko holding a conference right now. And it's also said that Putin is going to be meeting with Trump's envoy also today. So a very different
every day
comments coming in here.
Every day something.
I'll be watching the wire.
Thank you, Eddie. Take a quick peek at the tilt here. It's 50-50 pretty much across the board. Gold, crude, NASDAQ, ES, nothing really showing there. A little bit of indecision at the moment. Get these headlines out from Russia right now. Comments are coming in. We are long, house account long, Dakota long, and Marie along the micro NASDAQ. See if we can go get into back in these 400. Last trade in NASDAQ, 19,390.
Put some TPs in at 420s, 440s, 460s, and the last one's going to be a runner. But we've been pretty tight within that 5-minute range. Just want to make sure we got something in there.
151,000 subscribers. Just crossed that. Very cool. Thank you very much.
That was easy.
This trade looks good, and it's making me nervous. It might look too good.
Air horn.
Yeah. Man,
it ain't done. We ain't done in gold.
Holy cow, look at that. We just ticked a brand new high there.
Yes, we did. 29.86. Incredible run. Absolutely incredible run.
Order filled.
50-50 on the tilt. Coming into the bottom. Again, Euro close for those. I know I've been saying it all week. Eddie as well. Euro close not in 9 minutes. It's in an hour and 9 minutes. It'll be like that till the end of the month due to the time change here in the States. End of the month, we will sync back up and get better. But again, Euro close
Order filled.
hour and 9 minutes.
Hour 9 minutes.
I would like for it to happen sooner. Can they make that happen?
Yeah, get rid of this damn clock change thing.
Seriously. Are we all in agreement that we just get rid of this
We
thing?
farmer.
Yeah,
Shout out to the
I
farmers
agree.
though, for sure. But
Yeah.
we got lamps and we got lights, and I mean,
And that's exactly right.
Do
Crops
farmers
don't know
really
what time
care
it
about
is.
the time?
we did.
Well, they're arguing, people that don't want time change to change, or they are arguing that the farmers do care, but I'm not
Okay.
sure they do.
It's a
I'm not
cabal.
sure they do.
I don't know what the cabal is, but there's a cabal
Yeah.
of people out there who want to maintain this thing. Just why?
Anyways, yes. Again,
Well,
Euro close hour and 8 minutes. Keep an eye on the gold again. Gold's making new all-time highs.
Speaking
This
of
morning,
an
last
hour,
hour or so. What's up,
I
Eddie?
was going to say 11:20 here. Trump's going to be meeting with NATO Secretary General.
Great.
Slower here, 55.61. Last trade. When I say last trade, last price that has traded, last price that is printed, 55.59. Low of day in the ES 55.56. Hitting a little heavy. Dow just continue to get sold off here.
Yeah, I'm not much of a fan of time stops, but wish this would happen a little bit faster here for the bulls to come in and support this. But as Anne-Marie said, we don't get to decide how this gets from point A to point B. There's gonna be a Trump tweet, something could happen. It just pops the NASDAQ.
Yeah.
We never know.
So
Never know.
We're still
why-
coming right in. We're still seeing the buyers right where Dakota got into that trade.
Mm-hmm.
We're still seeing them trying to hold them.
Yeah, it still looks good. I like it. I like it a lot.
Sometimes that can be the problem, though, of getting into a trade maybe too early. Is that
Yeah.
you got to sit and wait for it.
It wears you out.
do
Exactly.
It wears you out, and then you get
Yeah.
tired. It drains
Wears
your
you
mental
out.
capital. Then you're like, I
Yeah.
give up, and then it rallies 100 points.
Yeah. Why do people associate daylight savings with farmers? I've never understood that because
Me
it's
neither.
Giving them
It
more
was-
daylight to farm.
Get up
That's
with the
why.
sun, or I don't know.
no, it's for
Yeah,
World War One to conserve energy.
Is that what it was? I was ask.
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
the
it was-
AIs.
One of the arguments, like kids going to school, they want it light out when the kids are going to
Yes.
school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they
it's,
say that
it really was
was
for World
Ben
War
Franklin
One.
that started that, but it's I don't
Interesting.
think it's real.
Yeah.
Roosters. It's for the roosters.
Yeah.
That's what roosters are for.
Rooster.
Yeah, is World War One to
Did.
conserve energy, so people would use more artificial light, or use less
Yes.
artificial light.
Oh my goodness. World War One. How much legacy Garbo is? Are we
What were you about to say,
following?
Dolby?
I know.
100
What were
years
you
ago.
about to say,
Way too
Dolby?
much.
100 years
Way
ago.
too much.
All the
Got
theory-
way too much
theorists-
legacy
theorists-
garbage.
Air horn.
You got to
gold.
remember, I mean, cows don't care what time it is. It's we
Oh.
got to get milked over here, buddy. Crops and livestock, they don't adjust to the clock.
Oh.
For farms, they rely on seasonal workers, coordinating shifts, transport,
Uh-huh.
deliveries, and this just gets a little bit more complicated with the time change,
Yeah.
especially near the time zone borders. Then you're really screwed.
When I need
Lucky,
5 half
lucky,
last
lucky.
trade in
Oh.
gold. Eddie, check
Get
your
up
Slack.
over 420.
Incredible patience. We have a TP at 420, 440, 460.
Dang it. Just don't see
We've been in
it
this trade for
holding
a
right now.
long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
just
10
don't see it
minutes.
holding.
Come on, it's 10 minutes long. I mean,
No. We were in there for a little bit longer than that.
10
What is
minutes is like 100 years in the market. Come on.
In NASDAQ, yeah.
we were in the last
Like-
trade for 30 minutes. That long from our very first
It
long.
was moving, I think.
Yeah. It was way more exciting.
Yeah,
It's
it was
slow and
moving.
painful.
Yeah,
Well, now we're
I do not
getting
like
back
what
down
just
there.
happened in the market. That is
No.
Yeah.
that rejection
Just
of the
saw that.
400 change things.
Yeah.
Change.
It feels icky. But
Mhm.
the 1 minute is just
I don't
rock
know.
solid range.
I think
Rock
they're
solid
still
range.
trying to buy it up. I just don't know how
Yeah, look at
much.
this volatility. 40
I
point
know it.
bounce off those
I'm
60s.
gonna be long here.
I still want to buy more.
We're filling in the last hour's TPOs, the thin portion of that profile.
Order
So
filled.
we could get back down to that 324.
324s. All right. All right. Putting in some, about to make some new lows in the ES. New lows ES. New lows down. Not just yet in the NASDAQ. Extend it. 5555. Fives are wild in the S&Ps. 5555.
Order filled.
Now new lows. 41,084.
Gold.
I mean,
NASDAQ.
Gold.
New lows. New
Still
lows.
marching.
If this breaks, are we going back down to like 19,000 evens or something?
It could be 270 if we don't hold 320.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, that's pretty ugly. That rejection at 400, near 400, was just savage. They
Yeah,
just
that was
came
the
in
the
and
moment I think things
absolutely
changed.
hammered it. Yep.
Yeah, that's the
I
moment
think
it
you and I
changed.
saw it at the same time. Yep. You and I
Yeah, we
saw it at
did.
the same
We
time.
touched 400 and just instant rejection. That's where
Yep.
it's like, okay, we just
Doing a
market
good
changed
job
on
stair stepping low.
aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a very good job stair stepping low.
Still selling off here.
We have 760 more decliners to advancers in the NYSE.
Say it one more time, Anne Marie.
We have 769 more decliners than advancers in the NYSE.
You've been watching that throughout the day, and
Yep.
has that been growing, the decliners?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. That makes sense.
You view that as kind of a delta indicator? I mean, you're looking at
that's
more
what it is.
aggressive sellers and more
100%.
stock,
It's
Mhm.
just
right?
easier for me to see. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely tells me a lot about Delta.
Just give me some perspective.
What's the one? Yep.
Yeah, it's already 10:30.
Printed.
Wow.
This is. Oh, we
Right
have
back
25
up.
minutes left.
Damn,
Yeah,
only
it
25
took a peek beneath.
Mm-hmm. And then popped right back up.
Yeah, it did. Let's hold this thing. Let's see what happens here.
What's your
Phil?
stop, Dolby?
320s.
Okay, is that the same stop that Dakota has?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah, 315. Yeah, I have 315.
Okay.
Micros.
New lows, S&P.
Micros risking what, $500 after we've locked in 1,000.
Yeah, if we can get back to our entry, I'd love to be able to peel off some risk, or at least move this up a little bit. We're not having to risk the whole wad, if you will.
If we get back to our entry, Dobie, like this trade's still valid. Like,
Oh, yeah.
give me a rotation back up to 460s.
Oh, cool. To the volume show. Yep.
You know,
A little heavy right now.
3 is the 50% of the range low that we had. What time is this? At 9 o'clock.
Coming up here right now, we got a 4-week, 8-week bill auction. Just a little heads up.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see how well those auctions do, since everybody's, trying to force the narrative of nobody's going to buy treasuries or whatever. So it'll be super interesting to see what that auction does.
Bid to cover yesterday was so healthy on that time. I mean,
really?
Yeah, the world loves our debt, Anne Marie. The world loves our debt.
Well, they're chained by
love
it,
it.
right? They have to have it.
That's the dirty little secret.
Yeah.
That's the dirty little secret.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So once that changes, then
There's
everything
that.
changes. But
Yeah.
until the
That's
those auctions,
fantastic that was like that. I like that.
yeah,
I'm glad.
55, 56. But yeah, we'll keep. Like Eddie said, then we also have a 30-year in about 90 minutes. Is that Eddie said that? He's talking about the 4 to 6 week. Yeah,
High noon.
Yes, then we have a 30-year high noon Central Time. 10-year was pretty strong, decently strong. Still 2 to 1.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, 10-year was decent. It was like, weird times. They didn't teach us this in economics school or economics class. I'll tell you that. This was not in any of the textbooks. That's the funny part. All right, see if we're
I
gonna tap
think
on
it's
some
Nothing
gonna
lows.
can
flush
prepare you for
lower.
this.
Nope. Oh, that's professors. Their head would be spinning with all that QE,
Yep.
and we couldn't get inflation back.
In there,
when
it's
this thing
kill or
is.
be killed.
The 6 trillion did
Here?
the trick for.
That's the other guy's problem.
All right, Eddie, come on in. Markets are tap dancing around these lows. So Eddie, come on, let's do some announcements. We'll keep an eye if we're gonna
Okay.
make some. If we do make lows, all good. But come on in, Eddie, let's do some announcements real quick. New lows.
Real quick, I got your 10-year. Yesterday it was expected to be, or the prior was a 4.6. It came in at 4.3. So yeah, that was a difference there. But otherwise, attention traders, attention all traders. Do you want to be on Top Step TV? Do you want to, alongside us, the Top Step crew? Well, here's your chance. We're going to give you a chance. Yes, we are. We're looking for more traders to join the show, share their stories of success and perseverance, and anything else you'd like to share regarding trading. You think you got what it takes to be a Top Step TV star? Then fill out the casting call. We're going to drop that form here in the chat. Send us an application, fill it out, all right, completely, and our booking team will take a look at it and be sure to review your submission. And hey, you never know, you may be on here at Fast Market someday, so keep that in mind. Also, we do have a love-hate for Top Step TV, maybe.
Order
Do you
filled.
love us? Do you hate us? Do you maybe like us a little bit? Feel like sharing your thoughts? Well, Trustpilot is for you. We encourage everyone to fill out a Trustpilot submission, but only if it's really a good review. Smile, everybody. Just kidding. We take all feedback seriously at Top Step. If you haven't done so already, please just take a moment and tell us how we're doing. And there it is. We put the Trustpilot link in there too. Thank you very much. We're on top of things here today. Don't run away. I got one more. Final announcement. Alex Ferreira will be joining us on Top Step TV again at 1 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, Friday, as the same gold medalist, super pipe skier, and gold trader. Alex is dropping in with an update on the slopes and on the charts. And I tell you, boy, with these new highs, I think Alex got something to talk about. And that's what I've got here for our announcements. I'm going to pass it back to Andre. Andre, back to you.
Thank you, Ed. Yeah, that gold medal he's going to win is getting more and more valuable by the second
Oh,
right
no.
now.
Is he going to be in the? You got to invite him on for the reversal challenge. I wonder if he'll have fun for that.
Hey,
He might. He might.
ready?
That'd be cool.
Just off the air.
Order filled.
What do we got coming
Order
up?
filled.
Ooh, a news
I gotta
update from my
pump this
man
up again.
James.
Goodness.
Yeah. Here we go. 70 cents. 70 cents, 50 cents away from air horn in the gold.
NQ tried to bid. Really did.
Gold.
Gold is
Gold
en fuego
almost.
today.
Watch something.
It feels like 3,000 is just destiny for gold. It's like
Let's do it.
Right.
I see 5,000. 5,000.
5,000.
you never know.
I'm
You
serious.
never know.
I'm serious.
Eventually, it'll happen.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well,
It's inflation. You're
Question
first
is-
here.
How?
Why?
Gold gets to.
And why?
5,000?
Why do we get to 5,000?
Yeah, right.
it'll happen. I'm telling you.
I remember
Gold.
2000 was impossible to cross for the longest time. 2000 was impossible to cross, and
Nazi.
did it.
Nazi's
Not
not what
on
we're
that.
doing here.
Order
At
filled.
29.85.
I know 2000 was the
29.85.
Great,
Invest in
Great
gold.
Wall of China could not get to
Order
2000.
filled.
All right, new
I got
lows.
Order
coming here,
filled.
S&Ps, new lows NASDAQ, new lows Dow.
Are we in? what's
Buy
the
more?
market doing?
I gotta say, trading micros and having a 70-point stop is awesome. Regardless of how this trade ends up, it is so nice
Mhm.
having a 70-point stop in NASDAQ. Four
Yeah,
micros,
Mm.
only risking like 560. I mean,
$500
no
bucks.
stress.
Shit.
what are you
$500
doing?
bucks.
Trey, you and I.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
That's too bad.
okay.
Order
55,
filled.
46, new lows
Order
on
filled.
45s in the ES. Looking at the NASDAQ.
Order filled.
19,304. New
Order
lows for the
filled.
Dow
Here we
41,000.
go.
022 closing in at 41,000. More selling coming in here.
This can
Order
start to
filled.
get very
Order
ugly.
filled.
That was the last. That was the last
Yep.
hoorah I had.
Custer's last stand. Nuke
Yeah,
Talk
I'm not seeing
Russia.
anything else. No.
What do we
Seeing that?
news? Anything?
News.
No, I'm not seeing
19,270
anything else.
News.
off low.
Well, Russia
see
and
lower than that,
Belarus leaders are having that meeting.
Belarus.
So that's what they're doing here right now.
All right, new low. 19,300 in the NASDAQ. We bottomed out at 297s. What's week low? What's the weekly low in the NASDAQ, Hogue, if you got that handy? We're beneath the 200s, I believe. We 170s-ish? What do you got there? Weekly lows.
Where's Coach J? Coach J.
Order filled.
20
19 to
or
139 and a quarter.
139. Okay.
Order filled. Off low 19,270 coming in here, which put in the
270.
low on Monday.
Okay.
Nothing but rejection below it on Tuesday. Getting another look at it today on Thursday.
Yeah. Okay. So 270s and then 139 weekly kickoff low. We are still along the micros. Yes, we're managing our risk. Micros so
we're
much
flat.
nicer. Oh, we're flat.
So-
Gotcha. Okay. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, it was such a big stop run.
Dre,
Here's something that it's not showing a hot biscuit, but I think we should
Order
put it in the oven
filled.
to cook it up a bit.
order filled.
Russia and Belarus. Now, both leaders are having a meeting here. Consider NATO actions
Order filled.
in the context of Ukraine crisis as hostile and disabling, fraught with nuclear conflict. Okay, so this is something that doesn't sound too cheesy here right now, but
Order
I gotta
filled.
watch this one, see what else comes out of that meeting. Back to you, Andre.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Andre, we
Check this
got
out. More selling coming.
we got the 15% off the all-time high, the March contract.
Order
on the
filled.
NASDAQ 19,082 and a half.
Yeah,
Another
another
reference.
shorts here.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Hot out of the oven. This is just following. I knew it had to be a hot biscuit. Russia and Belarus are ready to take military and diplomatic measures
Order
in
filled.
response to NATO's actions. So, yeah, I saw this one coming.
Check your Slack, Eddie. Check your Slack. Yeah, 5540. 5540.
Yeah, that's right. Belarus.
19,290, 283. It's 19,283 last new low in the NASDAQ. Dow selling off here. I think the 41,000s.
Is
40,984.
world where we start
Headlines,
looking for
baby.
stair-step
Air horn
shorts
gold.
Air horn?
in
You got it? Yep, here it is.
NQ.
Headlines, baby.
I didn't play
This
it
is
over here.
headline. This is headline.
I mean, do we try to nibble at shorts at 320s, 330s, 340s?
I'm hands off, man. For me,
Hands off. Or
we had two trades, one winner
Mhm.
for over 100 points, one loser for 50. And I think patience. Funny thing, last night, Coach Jay and I, we seen 1,000 to sell come on the ask last night in the NASDAQ. Last time we seen that was back there in the 22,200s, Hogue.
wow.
And we posted like, wow, is this going to be a sell-off? And that's when the sell-off started. So it's kind of funny. We've seen those orders come in, up here in these 600s, these mid to upper 600s, and we thought we was
Dakota, I
asking
don't mean to
ourselves the same
interrupt,
thing.
but Toby, if you're looking for shorts, the IB
Mhm.
low 19
Order filled.
324. Stay below that. It's all shorts from here.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been looking
Order
back
filled.
at the last high we made at what 570s, and like on a 1-minute chart, the stair-step shorts have been pretty clean. Where just support becomes resistance, sells off, consolidates, support becomes resistance, sell off, consolidate, and it's been pretty consistent just throughout the day.
All right,
So if this
Dakota, I
goes range to
apologize for
range,
interrupting.
yeah.
I just kind of felt like
No,
it was
you're all good.
timely.
No, immediate markets come first, man. And
Yep.
I was just talking about something last night that Coach Jay and I seen some big orders come in to sell, and we haven't seen that since back up to 22,200s. So yeah, we're having another red day.
Yeah, this looks very heavy. And honestly, if we get down to 19,100s, that's just an extension of the daily range. Like that's well within the wheelhouse of the range trade. 19,200. That's get that filled. Still in the range. Still in the range.
Advancers
New
to
lows.
decliners, almost 1,000 more decliners.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were talking about that like almost half an hour
It was
ago,
just
Anne
700.
Marie.
Yeah, it was just like
Talking about
700, wasn't
know,
it?
switching over.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Traders noticing
Sorry,
it's time for
James.
me to change my background.
Sorry, James.
Wait.
Where's
Oh my
the
goodness.
bear?
55.37. Lows put in on the ES. NASDAQ beneath 41,000. My goodness. Let's see how we get to these 270s, Hogue. Bottomed out at 276.
To me,
NASDAQ 289.
this would be
up
catching a knife.
290s.
Yep.
This level put in the low on Monday, looked well below it. Tuesday, back to it again. Nothing but rejection below this level. But as long as we stay below that IB low, I like shorts.
Yep.
Right.
New lows, ES, NASDAQ, Dow.
Getting really whippy.
And what was the headline? What was the headline there?
What?
What was the headline there? What the hell?
Matt.
This is
Oh
crazy.
man.
I just think they got too
something
short
going
down
on.
there.
Oil just fell out. Man. Oil 40-cent
This
drop,
market
just like
is
that.
wild.
It really is. Very, very tricky.
Okay, cool. We'll do, James.
Look at that.
Andre, from what I'm seeing here over the wire, Russia and Belarus, get it right this time, sorry, folks. They're talking about the diplomatic measures in NATO and not looking good and so forth. But the next comment that came in from Putin was the return of Western companies could be beneficial for everyone. We're in the talks about such a return.
What?
I tell you,
Look at
it's
that.
crazy
They
here.
just got too short.
Uh-huh.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Holy
Wow.
cow.
All right, yeah, gotta
This is
stop staring at
crazy.
this. Stop being a spectator, Andre. This shit's going down right now. Let's take a look at this candle. An absolute pop in the NASDAQ. We're talking about
Buy 'em.
a 100-point pop. 100-point pop in 60 seconds. Take a look at the ES.
Yeah, now it's a failed downside
20
auction.
320s.
20-point pop.
I
We are
won.
not done. ES
Oh my
continues to
God.
rally. NASDAQ
What is
continues
going
We
to
on?
might
rally.
turn. Did we?
We
Did
got
turn
Putin
green
talking
today?
about here. Yeah, we've got something good coming over the wire here. Putin, we agree to stop fighting in Ukraine, but it should lead to a long-standing peace. This has to eliminate root causes of the conflict. This is just over the wire.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're gonna bid
All right,
40s, 25s, and 10s. Let's see if there's a failed
joining you,
downside
Dobie.
auction.
Hold above it.
I'm long one.
Amazing.
All right, we're in 1 and 2, just right here, right now. We'll work the other 3. Stop, Dakota. What do you think? Around like 250s?
Yeah, just lower that candle.
Yep.
That's the luxury of micros. We can have a wide stop down there.
This is
Trading micros
crazy.
really reduces the hesitancy of hopping into a trade. You don't have to overthink it that much. It's low risk, wide stops.
Yep. Let's see if we get another pullback down to these 40s.
Yep. Because we're starting to get down to some of these wicks on the 1-hour candles on the hourly here. So buyers might start
Yeah,
coming
they're
back
pretty
in
important.
because of that failed
Yep.
downside auction. Still range bound, so could be some of preempting the range here. Maybe long-term traders, buying this up for higher lows.
I don't know how
These
anybody
40s.
trades the NASDAQ.
This is wild, man.
You just
Crazy.
gotta hold on. You just grab the reins, try to last as long as you can.
Where do you put your stop? I gotta ask you guys to trade this. Where do you? That was 100-point.
Outside the hourly.
Very difficult. All right, let's go. We're coming in. We got about 10 minutes left here in fast markets. Markets are rocking right now with headlines flying left, right, and center.
1, 2.
2. All right, cool. Oil still falling out of bed right now. Oil putting in new lows. 66.58, now 57s, now 54s trade. 50s trade.
Oil's
getting
54?
absolutely crushed right now.
Yep. We might see 66 here.
Order filled.
Oh wow!
Oil's
I
not
just
done.
saw
Still,
65.
just oil's getting absolutely
Order
hammered right now.
filled.
65
Oil down a
in
buck
oil.
in the last 60 seconds.
Right now, you're flipping a
Exit
coin on anything
liquidity.
you do.
Long
Yeah.
3.
Exit liquidity.
Holy cow.
Order filled.
Every bounce. They are just,
Gold got smushed.
they can't wait to sell.
Yeah, it did. Gold just got absolutely crushed.
Order filled.
I mean, oil. I'm sorry,
Oil.
oil. Got absolutely crushed. This is incredible price action right now. You guys like what you're seeing? 151,000 subscribers. Probably not the best time to put a plug in for likes and subscribes right now. Markets are rocking, but please click like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Let's get back to the markets. 41,000 just above in the Dow. JD, you want to come in real quick? Let's get this. Let's squeeze this in. If you want, if you're ready to do, let's get it in.
Got quite a bit to go over. We could save some for the next segment, but if you want to run through hot streaks real quick,
Let's do hot streaks. And we'll save the Let's do that. We'll save the next for trade with Top Step or VIP Lounge.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Total, we got hot streaks, call ups, and big board. So we'll run through the hot streaks right now. All right.
Okay, cool.
Here they are. Miguel made it another day, 63 days. Made just over $100 trading the MNQ. $5,576 total now. Corey moving up. Made $1,014 trading the MNQ and the MES. Now 36 days worth $15,872. Philip made $211 trading the MNQ. 33 days worth $12,402. Sukanti, $684 trading gold. Nice day in the gold market for Sukanti. Now at 33 days worth $27,898. And Gerard, $204 trading the NASDAQ. Now at 32 days worth $10,420. Big days for these funded traders.
Order filled.
Pretty nice streaks. All right, back to the markets. We're rocking.
Yeah, we are. Thank you, JD. Let's update the positions now. Dakota long 1 micro, house long 3 micros. Dolby.
Yep,
oh, my bad. Dolby is cool. Dolby will be back in a second. It's in the log cabin.
In the log. Went to the bathroom in the log cabin.
JD's hanging out with us. Sweet. Thanks for hanging in there, hanging with us, JD.
For sure, for sure.
So fast.
Look at these
Time
markets,
goes by
JD.
so fast. It's almost over with fast markets.
Crazy. These tape bombs, man. I haven't seen any of those 1,000 lots popping in either. S&Ps or NASDAQ today. Chat, have you seen the big size orders coming
NASDAQ
on?
needs to. NASDAQ's bouncing. Let's
It
tape
is
bomb
so
it.
thin in the NASDAQ. Biggest better offer I see is a 6 lot right now.
Yeah, it's so thin. It's crazy thin.
Push back up here into these 400s. Let's see if we can get that. I might get out of
oil. Snap right back. About a 50-cent retrace right there. What's up, JD?
I was saying 19,387. Yesterday's low in the NQ. Bounce right off of there on that last rip higher.
We did.
Yep.
19,270 weekly kickoff low. Held on the way down.
There, man. Right there. Headlines are flying right now.
Yeah,
we ain't done, are we, Eddie?
No, Putin, who comments from Putin. Who will control the ceasefire? The front's about 200 kilometers long. We need to talk to the U.S. about this. The ceasefire itself is right, and we will support it. But there are questions to be discussed. He also says maybe me and Trump will hold a phone call. So hopefully we get a call with them earlier today, get some comments off the wire. And that's when I got back to you, Andre.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie.
I think his goal is to reassimilate the Russian-speaking part of Ukraine. And when the war started, they made speaking Russian illegal in that part of the country. And I think they give. I mean, those people are ethnic Russians. Those people in part of Ukraine, in that part of Ukraine, they're ethnic Russians. They are not. They're not Ukrainians. They speak Russian, and I think he's just trying to get some. He's trying to get some folks to back off on that. So we'll see what happens. NATO not making it easy.
No.
I believe the
They're not friends.
president. I believe the president is meeting with the NATO general. Did I read that? Secretary General of NATO.
Secretary
It's
General.
11. Yes.
Coming
about
up in about a
30
half an hour.
minutes. Yeah. This is wild. This is
Exit liquidity,
action
folks.
is-
Every
Yes, it
bounce.
is.
Don't we love volatility though, as traders?
I
It is for-
do.
it's
I
certainly
mean,
good
I do a
trope.
face plant in the bed at night, but it's been.
Anne-Marie, well, you wake up. It's not hard to wake up. You wake up in the morning. You're like, let's go. Let's do it again. I know.
know.
It's wild.
Exactly.
Oh,
Do this.
that was exhausting. Let's
We love
get
the
after
process.
it again. Yep.
Well, we still have a bid in for 310s. Still going to hold this trade. All right, long 4, 333.
333. Don't move. The stop is what? 68, 69.
272s.
Okay.
What's your target? Or you don't have
At
one?
least 400, 460s, whatever else we can get to the
Right.
upside. I mean,
That's-
we're in
that's
a
exactly
really
what I was
big
gonna say,
Dorito
Debbie.
shape.
That's what I'm looking
So-
at. A 1-to-1.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really
go long
looking
4.
for the high of this little 1-minute consolidation to act as support, which is right at 310s. It is a technical pattern that I see occasionally.
Right. We got a couple minutes left here in fast markets. We got a VI. We got morning recap coming up. Hogue. We'll see how Hogue recaps this morning. A lot has happened. Trades, headlines,
Seller
new
targets.
all-time highs in gold. 151,000 subscribers on the YouTube. Trading micros, sizing down, expanding risk. Cannot wait to hear Hogue has to say in the morning recap. Again, we have
Looks still going.
headlines been flying around left and right. We got the house count long 4. We got the VIP lounge coming up after the morning recap. You guys say, who's in the VIP? We got Mandy F. Pit Raiders, Coach Pit Raiders joining us with Dolby and myself. So we'll probably have this trade carrying into the VIP lounge. A couple more minutes here. This is we got London close the bottom hour. We got big board coming up. We just got a lot coming at you here on Top Step TV. Hang with us from bell to bell. We are not done around here. And markets are rocking right now. Buckle up. Keep your hands and all arms inside the cart at all times. This is just going to be
No kidding.
a good one today.
No kidding.
50-50.
Seems like NASDAQ just wants to flush 200 points and then just rally 400.
That's what I am seeing. I'm seeing
That's the vibe I'm
I
getting
mean,
here.
we definitely are one time framing lower, as Hope would say.
These 310s can hold. That will be very, very nice.
Yeah.
Gold's still pushing.
Gold is still pushed. I'm keeping one eye on that. We're
so close to 30,000.
Let's get
30,000.
30,000.
We got to get
Still
there.
Delta
today, right?
negative.
Still Delta
Really?
negative.
You got
Oh,
660.
man, oh, man. Shorts are resilient. Taking heat.
They're on a
Ain't in the
mission.
money. I'll tell you.
Don't know what that mission
Ain't
is,
in
but
the
they're on
money.
one.
Yeah, they are. They're not in the money on that trade. I'll tell you that. 50-50 on the tilt here. Hey, Dolby, just for update long, how 333 half, correct?
Yeah, long 4 MNQ, 19,333 and a half. CYA, 19,272s. So if we make new
That's
lows
exactly where
on
I
this 1 hour, we will be out of the trade.
Exactly where I have mine.
What was that, Dakota? What did you just say?
I was just saying that's the exact trade I have where my CYA is 272.
Ride
And
with
it's,
Dakota.
It's still tiny. The risk is tiny. That's what happens when you trade micros. It's just so small. Still in the green. We're still in the green for the day.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll
Wow,
be slightly
oil
red if
just
it ends
took
up turning on us.
Massive bounce. Oh my gosh, a 50-cent bounce off of oil.
Oil? I know. Oil.
Speaking of oil,
That's not what.
if the U.S. and Russia agree to energy cooperation, then the gas pipeline for Europe could be provided. It will be beneficial for Europe, and thanks to the cheap Russian gas is coming over the wire.
Okay. And then oil pops,
Mhm.
new
It's
lows.
News in the
270.
markets are Holding hands
Lowe's
here.
ES. Lowe's ES. Air horn incoming in the gold.
Order
We're about
filled.
60 cents from air horn over there. When we say air horn, just a little silly thing. We say making new all-time highs.
Yep.
Crude
The
just
90s.
popped 70 cents or so in the last 4 minutes. Markets are rocking right now. House count is long. Got morning recap coming up here. And right after this, we got headlines flying all over the place right now. Dolby Town, I'll see you in VIP Lounge. Keep us posted on this trade. Anne Marie, thank you so much for joining us. That was
Always my pleasure.
what a day. We are done. We are
I
done. We'll do
know.
this again tomorrow. We'll
It's
do this again
flying by
tomorrow.
already.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Dakota.
Another one
We're gonna see
tomorrow,
you
man.
again.
All these
Yeah.
news headlines. I miss slow markets.
markets.
There's no
Yes.
crazy news like this that's going on in my slow markets class.
Slow markets. Yes, check out Dakota, also coach of the Pop Squad. Anne Marie here, as always. Dolby Time. I'll see you in the VIP Lounge. We got morning recap coming up next. Equities hover around the lows of the day. Gold continuing to make new all-time highs on TopStep TV. Shout out to all the bellers, 150,000 subscribers. We're just getting started around here. Hey, was this TopStep TV? Let's go. Can't stop, won't stop. Come on.
Let's go find out. Andre, you're at Taco Bell. What is your go-to Taco Bell order?
I will say nacho cheese beef chalupa.
Okay.
Taco Supreme, is that a thing?
Yeah.
And the
Order filled.
churro, is that still a thing there?
Little cinnamon twist?
Yeah, cinnamon twist. Thank you. Yeah, those little things. Yes.
I got you. What is your go-to Taco Bell order? Probably 2 Doritos Locos Tacos. Cool Ranch, but no, it's got to be the nacho pizza. Nice. Hell yeah. When you're at Taco Bell, what is your go-to Taco Bell order?
My go-to Taco Bell order is the chicken quesadilla every time. It goes against everything I believe in, and I love it so much.
That's a good answer. It's a very easy answer. It's a build your own cravings box with a crunch wrap, a soft taco, an additional soft taco when you swap out the bean burrito. It comes with a cinnamon twist and a large Baja Blast. It's the same thing every time. All right, Toby, what is your go-to Taco Bell order? Taco Bell order? Doritos Locos Tacos. Nice. Yeah, that's the one. All right, Broken English Taco Pub. Great drinks, great tacos, amazing atmosphere. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5.
Wow, Broken English, Old Town Chicago.